Welcome to College Station, Texas, and Kyle Field, home of the 12th man, and ready to cheer on the Texas A&M Aggies. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. Fair catch called for and made. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Criswell. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs. They're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
On third down, he drops to throw. The sure hands, it's Hampton. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting a big sack.
They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. What a nice job just finding a spot downfield and lofting it in there perfectly.
And you see quarterbacks and receivers do that all the time, right? All summer, throwing the ball in air, throwing the ball in air. Why? Because I know exactly where he's going to be right when I get my back foot in the ground to throw the football. You can tell he knew exactly how much touch to put on that ball to make a big play down there.
And the Tar Heels moving quickly to the line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Coming after it. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on second down. They'll try the right side.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
This is certainly one way to play great defense. Just play keep away with your offense. This drive will not end. Third down coming.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
Trying to pick up a first down. Looking downfield, it's Criswell. Takes the easy completion. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Headed to the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offense coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they played keep away and held it for 16 plays on the scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. For a productive play on first down. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. Back to pass, it's Reed. He's right on target. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Looking to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Moss. On the move at the 30. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Grabbed in the middle, it's Watson. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, North Carolina 7, Texas A&M 0.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll leave it with the lone back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit.
Number 47 on the field goal.
No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it to the right side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
That's caught. It's Hampton. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Tar Heels will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll go to the toss. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards, get some first downs, get some positive momentum.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Just a simple power play, power football. Be strong, be big, be physical. Make it a fourth quarter game. Make them feel you, keep them off balance.
With jet sweep pass. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Quick completion to the right. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle.
When running backs square their shoulders up, it's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
Moving away from pressure. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC!
I mean, you talk about calling a pretty good defense you feel good about, and you take away the pass, and what does the quarterback do? He pulls it down and just shows the speed, basically becomes a running back, takes it all the way to the house, and makes your defense look silly.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds, an excellent field position for this offense. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. That's reeled in. It's Moss. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz? I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient. Find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the first down.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Reed. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep things.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, Understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He'll call for the fair catch here. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Open space at the 25. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. He'll wave for the fair catch and haul it in at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air, it's Reed. Extending the play. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio.
Carolina, 14.
The kickoff team out there getting set.
Number 37, set to kick it away.
Bringing it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring goal.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here will be huge.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Plays like that, he's fitting in with the Aggie legends, Christian Kirk and Mike Evans.
And that's when you've seen them just high-flying, fun, tempo, making plays down the field. Having those go-to guys, those A&M offenses were always fun to watch.
Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
I I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Back to pass, it's Reed. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
He's looking for an open man on second down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
All right, that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on third down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a third down like that, that is just a gut punch.
They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mid. They put one mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Toss sweep, try to get it outside to the right. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Third and short, there's a lot of ways to get it in the run game. You're not just going to hand it off and go power. How about the toss play? Getting the ball in the hands of the tailback quickly, and he's able to skirt his way to get the first.
Going up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll go to the ground. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Using his legs, it's Hampton. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Texas A&M 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Looking to throw, it's Criswell. Got his man in the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. The Tar Heels will move the sticks.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
He's got the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? They'll run it from the gun. Brought down after a pickup of 5 yards down to the 10.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
He's got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
He's got it on the right. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Aggie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he tacks on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They'll run it to the right. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They've been running it, but now the pass. Quick completion on the out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That's one that DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th. And the Tar Heels will punt this one away. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to get to it. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Offense getting set for first down. To the air, it's Reed. He looks that one in nicely, and he'll be brought down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They're going to ride this running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Reads it, fires complete. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
I I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Back to throw, it's Reed. Lets it go to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Got it in the middle, it's Moss. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking for the score. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that sure feels like too little, too late. This offense, they needed to score and execute faster, but there's not enough time to me, man. This feels like this one's over.
We'll wrap it up, and he'll try to make it look 1 point better. And they'll make the extra point, but they still lose it by a touchdown. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this team said, just when you think you have all the answers, I change the questions.
It's so true, Reese. I mean, they had a lot of dudes that we were talking to leading up to this game just had a chip on their shoulder. They just didn't feel like they were being respected, and they wanted to come out and they wanted to prove a point. And David, they did exactly just that.
And it's so much easier to be the underdog. It's so much easier to coach that team and you go, hey, they're ranked. Everybody's talking about them. You don't have a chance. It just builds all that momentum, all that hate, and you just pour it out on the field.